We've made it to Amed, a quiet coastal town on Bali's northeast shore that's known for its incredible diving and relaxed pace. We came here to explore the famous Liberty wreck, our first ever wreck dive, and to spend a few days soaking up life by the water. It didn't go quite as planned.
And then I just started vomiting underwater.
But it still turned out to be one of our favorite stops in all of Bali. Good morning. This morning we're leaving Ubud and heading for the coast. We're heading to Amed, and we just got to the bus station. It was only a 3-minute drive from our homestay, and Dave's just gone off to see if he could find us some coffee or snacks, I think. So it should be a 3-hour drive to Amed, so we should arrive by around 11:30 a.m., I believe. So we're leaving here around 8:30. And we were kind of surprised with how good the reviews are for the van company that we're taking. I feel like it's pretty uncommon to see a 4.4 on Google reviews over 500 reviews for a van company literally anywhere in the world. So I'm already impressed, and I'm hoping it stays that way. We had a good couple of days in Ubud, and I'm very much looking forward to getting to the ocean and hanging out there for a week. We've got it booked there for a week, so. Thank you.
So we've arrived in Amed. Once we got dropped off, there's a couple taxi drivers there. There's no Grab here, and there's no GoCheck.
Well, they do exist, but it's impossible to get a car.
So we just walked down the road a couple minutes, found a guy at a tourist information area, asked for a car. He just yelled to his friend across the street. We paid $50 to get here. We've just arrived at Diversity Diving Resort.
Yes.
I think we're the only people here. It's really nice here. The room's really nice.
I just looked at the bathroom quickly. It also looked really nice. And I can see the pool from our room.
I think you have to kill the spider.
No, I don't want to kill the spider. It's so big.
Do you want to show everyone the spider?
No.
Here's the camera.
I don't want to go in. It might not look that big on camera, but I swear it's like this. It's massive. I can't breathe.
Oh, why is he looking over here?
Because he knows you're coming.
Yeah, but this isn't gonna work. We have to pee. I don't know if I can do this. We might have to call somebody.
It's midnight.
Maybe there's like a security person outside that can come deal with it.
What if we just close the door and it's someone
I
else's?
have to go to the bathroom.
Why don't you walk in there and see if he follows you?
Oh, no. Why did we move rooms? See if we can move back. We changed rooms because the shower drain wasn't draining in the other one. It's not even about the fact that it's a big spider. I don't think I can deal with the sound or the feeling it's gonna make when I get smushed. Do you think you can kill it? I'll be back up. I'll get the other sheets.
To be honest, I think it may be too fast.
To kill?
I think it's going to be too fast to kill.
You were gonna let me go in there, and you knew it was too fast?
Do you not remember how fast the other one was outside?
It was incredible. It was incredibly fast. I'm gonna be sick.
What would you like to see happen?
I want him dead. He has the entire outside world. This is my house.
I threw a 1.5 liter water bottle at that spider and he turned to dust. All that was left was his legs.
Well, and his big ass body, but everything was in pieces.
Does he look like he's unfurled?
We hit him with a water bottle. He exploded. His legs came off.
Yeah. Isn't that just like when your shoes come off in a car accident?
I think you had a car accident and your legs came off.
One of his legs is on the wall. Okay, I gotta go. I really gotta go.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Good morning. It's just before 6:30 a.m. We're just out front our resort waiting to be picked up by the dive center. We're going on 2 dives this morning, and they wanted us to get an early start because a lot of tour groups come later in the day. So we're going to one of the most, if not the most popular site in the Amed area. So the dive center that we're going with is not the one that we were originally planning to use. So we're actually staying at Bali Diversity Dive Resort. But just through a chain of events, we ended up deciding to go with a different one. I just went by to ask some questions yesterday and they just had lots of answers and they were really excited about going diving, and yeah, it just felt really good. So we ended up deciding to book with them.
So we got all of our stuff sized, shoes, BCD, shorty, all that.
The
Babyface.
baby face, exactly.
The woman.
That looks good.
That's good.
That feels
Okay.
good.
We're just waiting for a pickup. This actually could be them right now.
Good morning. We just got picked up and we're just heading back to the dive center, I believe, to go pick up our gear. And we're actually not sure where we're supposed to leave all of our stuff. We've never done a shore dive before that wasn't like immediately in front of the dive center. No idea. So yeah, I guess we'll find out when we get there.
The road conditions here in Amed are a little diverse. They do have a paved road, but it's full of potholes. We've been walking up and down the road for about 30 to 40 minutes every day to go get food and to go anywhere. You can rent a bike, but this is our first time kind of getting a drive, so really bumpy, but kind of luxurious.
After arriving at the beach, we started struggling into our wetsuits. Always a workout in itself. Our guide gave us a quick rundown of the dive site and what to expect once we were underwater. This was our first ever wreck dive, so we were equal parts nervous and excited. The idea of exploring a sunken ship felt surreal. Once we had the rest of our gear on, we made our way into the water and started our descent beneath the surface. The USAT Liberty was a United States Army cargo ship that was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine in January of 1942. It was beached here on the island of Bali, where it sat for more than 20 years. Then, in 1963, an eruption of Mount Agung pushed the ship off the beach and into the sea. Today, the Liberty rests just a short swim from shore and has become one of the most popular dive sites in Indonesia. Exploring this wreck was incredible. It was our first experience with swim-throughs, which felt a bit daunting at first. I thought I might feel claustrophobic weaving through the narrow spaces, but I was too focused on keeping good trim and not bumping into anything to even notice. It was definitely a test of control, and we both realized we still have a lot to practice when it comes to buoyancy. But getting to move through the structure of the ship, surrounded by coral and fish, was something we'll never forget. It was an amazing first dive, but unbeknownst to us, it would also be the last.
was nice. What do you think about the wreck?
It was cool.
Good? How you feel with the swim through? I mean, scary or?
I don't know if it was so much scary, but just a little nerve-wracking, like trying to get through and not like
Try
touch
not to hit anything, right? Yeah.
It was pretty good.
So you may notice we are not in fact underwater for a second time. It's actually been quite a few hours since we've been underwater and we're back at our room. You want to explain what happened?
We got down to probably 25, 26 meters. We were down there for an hour. About halfway through, I started getting a pretty bad headache. Started coming up. We have to do a safety stop at 5 meters and wait there for 3 minutes. When we got to that stop, I started noticing that my ear started giving me a lot of, not pain, but just discomfort. It felt weird. Now I'm going to preface this by saying it's kind of gross. So be warned, I immediately got hit with nausea and my ear started getting a lot of pressure and then I just started vomiting underwater. Luckily, they train you on how to deal with vomiting underwater. You basically just throw up into your regulator and then you just blow through it and blow air out and it just pushes everything out. I don't think anyone at this point knew I was throwing up. Because
I certainly did not know.
So once we got to the actual surface and my head above water, I inflated my vest and I just kept throwing up. And then at that point, the headache was full force. Now that it's been about 4 to 5 hours later, I don't have any headache anymore. It's always really discouraging when you go to dive. I think you really need to enjoy it. There's a lot of detractors coming into diving that you really need to overcome by just really enjoying diving. And stuff like this makes you not enjoy diving.
I could have gone for a second dive, but it's just more enjoyable when we get to do these things together. And with how shitty he was feeling, I just didn't want to make him wait up at the surface for probably an hour and a half.
The wreck was interesting to see a wreck, and we got to swim through some of the actual structure that had fallen apart and opened up. Hopefully, I have a better time on our next dive. The next dive you'll probably see us do is going to be with manta rays.
And that's pretty much...
And that's the day.
Over the next few days, we took it easy and explored a few spots around Amed. We ate at a couple of different restaurants, but our favorites were Food and Friends and Blue Earth Village. Food and Friends had really good Wi-Fi and a quiet atmosphere, perfect for catching up on some work. Blue Earth Village was a completely different vibe, with gluten-free options, panoramic views of Mount Agung and the ocean, and a beautiful open-air yoga studio. They run daily classes, and I joined a couple of the sunset sessions, which were the perfect way to unwind at the end of the day. In between, we got some laundry done, wrote a few postcards for family back home, and just enjoyed slowing down for a bit.
It's our last full day in Amed, and we've decided that we should maybe go out and do something. So we're actually getting picked up right now to go to Deepa Beach.
We arrived at Deepa Beach. Nice and quick, a lot of construction surprisingly enough. The roads here are really kind of rough right now. We're paying $125 for the round trip. When you come to Amed, just rent a motorbike. There was a guy here that just sold whatever you needed. We got snorkels and fins for both of us. That was $140 total. And then we negotiated for a sun share. I think you get it for the whole day. The water temperature here is 28 degrees right now, which surprisingly enough is actually kind of cold for what we're used to in Asia. So now we're going to go in and see if we can find some turtles.
It's really not that cold, but it's cold.
The reef here was incredible. Clear water, colorful coral, and so much marine life starting right off the beach. We came snorkeling for fun, but also to see how Dave's ears were feeling a few days after the dive. Even though he was only going a few meters deep, he was able to equalize without any discomfort, which was a really good sign.
That was some pretty great snorkeling. It was just a big coral reef. There was so many fish. No turtles, unfortunately, but I don't know if we were snorkeling quite quite at the right spot. And the water was kind of cold-ish at first, but by the time you got in and started actually snorkeling, it was perfect. That was really, really good. And I think worth it, especially if you were planning on staying more than like an hour or so. We only had a short amount of time here today because we just really didn't leave ourselves a lot of time. We like to sleep in.
That's it for our time in Amed. Next up, we're heading to Nusa Penida for some of the best diving we've done yet. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.